Hello everyone, in today's video we are exploring Google Nano Banana Pro and how the integration of Gemini 3 has created the biggest leap in AI image generation since the launch of diffusion model back in 2022 with Stable Diffusion, Dolly 2 and Midjourney. And I'll also show you a workflow that achieves 99.9% accurate text even in complex images like posters, product labels, and newspaper layout. Here's the plan. We will start with a quick, simple breakdown of the official benchmark, how to access Nano Banana Pro, what is improved, and the key drawbacks you should know before we dive deeper. Alright, let's jump into the rapid breakdown. When it comes to text to image, Nano Banana Pro blows everything else away. It outperformed the previous Nano Banana and every major competitor, especially in infographic where it wins by a huge margin. This is normally the hardest area for AI because of the layout, styling and text clarity, but Nano Banana Pro nails it. Now, if we look at the latency and ELO score, which measures the relative skill level, higher being the better, because of the higher quality, yes, we can expect to be a bit slower. So it's slightly slower than the previous Nano Banana model. And interestingly, it's even slower than the Dream 4K as well. But ELO score is significantly higher than all the competitors. When it comes to image editing benchmark, this is where Nano Banana Pro really flexes. It outperforms every major model in overall performance, object and environmental accuracy, stylization, single character consistency, multi-character consistency up to 5 characters, and it blows the competition out of the water. Similarly, also when it comes to text editing, which we will look at closely in a bit. When it comes to the ELO score and latency, we see the same pattern again. Yes, it's a little bit slower, but the ELO score is way above the rest of the field. This shows that Nano Banana Pro is not just an upgraded model, totally different class of image editing system. For text and language accuracy, Nano Banana Pro leads the pack. It has the lowest single line error rate, delivers extremely accurate English, and offers strong multilingual support. We'll break it down later. Compared to the previous Nano Banana model, you get noticeably better quality with the trade-offs being slightly slower and higher costs, so it really depends on your use case. Another big shift here is that censorship. Nano Banana Pro comes with relaxed restrictions, which translate into more creative freedom. But a fun fact, this relaxed censorship applies to other Google model as well, which being Nano Banana. Now let's look at how to access. The model is actually available in several places. Hicksville being my personal favorite. This is the one that I use. You can click the link in the description. It will take you to the Hicksville website. Choose the Nano Banana or image generation. Select Nano Banana Pro, pick your resolution, and it's simple and clean. And Hicksville run promotions regularly. As of now, you can get unlimited Nano Banana Pro with annual subscription to their Ultimate or Creator plan. Second being LM Arena. It's another easy option. Once you are there, click the direct chat, choose the image generation, and right now it's default to Nano Banana Pro, so you are instantly ready to create. You can actually try this for free in Gemini itself. Choose image generation. The fast model is a regular Nano Banana, and if you select Thinking with 3 Pro, that uses Nano Banana Pro. If you want deep integration or you're building application, you can use either Google AI Studio, Gemini API, or Vertex AI Studio as well. So let's quickly run through the improvement. First up, resolution. Nano Banana Pro can now generate images all the way up to 4K. And the key point here is that this isn't just upscale. You are getting native high detail generation, accurate skin textures, fabric patterns, and micro detail. Next up, aspect ratio control. This is now near perfect. Instead of using workaround like we had to do with Nano Banana, you can simply select the aspect ratio you want if you are using a platform like Hicksville, or simply prompt the aspect ratio in your text prompt itself. Then the big one, text rendering. This has been the pain point for almost all AI image models, but Nano Banana Pro finally gets this right. You get clean, readable text in multiple languages with a very low error rate. Next, character consistency. According to the official recommendation, it can maintain and identify up to 5 people across multiple generations. Now your mileage might vary. Sometimes it handles more than 5, sometimes it struggles with less, but overall, way more consistent than before. Then we can now blend up to 14 reference images. That means you can combine characters, colors, environments, products, everything into a single prompt and into one consistent visual style. It's incredibly useful for consistent branding and design work. Another improvement is that generation consistency itself. It's now much better and producing visually consistent output across multiple generations, so you can continue to make edits to your images while keeping everything else consistent more often than before. And of course, the model brings best-in-class prompt adherence and reasoning thanks to Gemini 3.0 integration. We will look at this more in section. On top of that, you will get access to the world knowledge and real-time information, which lets you create info like this with simple prompts. We are also going to unpack shortly. With all these upgrades, there are naturally some trade-offs. The model is slower. It's also more expensive. That's expected with the jump in fidelity. It struggles with small faces, tiny labels, dense and highly packed instructions, and maintaining character consistency perfect at every time. Fine typography and spelling are much better, but not 100% reliable. And even though the model can pull from real-world information, it can still produce factual inaccuracies, which is a broad issue with large language model, and misinterpret content. Translation also isn't perfect. It can misread subtle cultural nuances and misinterpret context in certain languages, so you might want to proofread your translations. And finally, even with more relaxed censorship, the safety filters can still be overly sensitive at times, but trust me, it's much better than what it used to be. Let's look at prompt adherence and consistency using two examples. Here we can clearly see the difference between the reasoning capability of the Pro model and the guessing approach of the previous version. To do the comparison, the best place is to head over to LM Arena. Select side-by-side option, switch to image and then select Gemini 3 Pro and Gemini 2.5 Flash. First, let's start with a simple prompt, a cup on a saucer next to a spoon. Both model follows the prompt as expected, but the Pro adds far better context and realism. The book, the napkin, the crumbs, the matching table, and the overall lighting. The older model output look much simpler and lack those natural details. Yes, we can get similar images from the older Nano Banana using a more detailed prompt, but the Pro's ability to reason and generate those details on its own make it far more superior. Now for the second prompt, we ask it to create a scene from 1920s but make the lighting neon cyberpunk. This is a tricky mix of two styles that never existed together. The older Nano Banana model get confused and add futuristic buildings and even spaceship that didn't belong to 1920. Nano Banana Pro keeps the 1920s theme accurate, the building, the clothing, the vehicle, and it blends only the neon lighting from Cyberpunk exactly as requested. We also tested the consistency across multiple edits. Nano Banana Pro changes only what we ask it to change. The older models sometimes change a random detail or even shift the style on its own. So overall, Nano Banana Pro delivers a better accuracy and consistency through its reasoning skills. Now let's talk about the text accuracy. This is one of the biggest upgrades in Nano Banana Pro. Let's start with a simple example from Google, an image of a female astronaut with the prompt to create a storyboard for this scene. The storyboard layout is great, no doubt, but what really stands out is the accuracy and the style of the text. It mimics the natural handwriting style flawlessly. Each word is spelled out accurately. The spelling, pacing, and the letters are all clean and readable. No strange blending and no broken words. A few months ago, getting even a one clean word out of an image model was a struggle. So this level of improvement is huge. There's another fun example from Google as well. where they create an image of the famous woodchuck tongue twister made out of wood chucked by a woodchuck. Not only does the model gets every letter accurate, but the way it uses the wood texture to shape each letter is amazing. It blends wooden texture perfectly, and the spelling is 100% accurate. Again, this is simply wasn't possible with older models. Now, like we promised earlier, let's look at how to create near perfect text, even in very complex scenarios. First, the vintage bottle with a detailed label. We asked Nano Banana Pro to create a vintage bottle with a label. We provided the title, the ingredients, also some French text and styling instruction, and we generate the output in both 2K and 4K just to test out whether there's any quality difference. The output was incredibly accurate in both 2K and 4K resolution, while the 4K as expected giving crispier text. But to really test the limit, we tried something really difficult. A full newspaper front page with bold heading, 3 subheading and 3 article section. We gave the main heading and the subheadings and asked the model to fill the article with relevant details. Apart from shortening the word historical to histic, probably due to spacing, Nano Banana Pro gets the layout and the heading correct. But when it comes to the article text, you can see where it reaches its limits. From a distance, it looks fine, but when you read the article, the illusion falls apart. The sentences don't have a real meaning, the words aren't even accurate, and the letters blend together. This shows that long paragraph of text, especially small text, that isn't explicitly provided in the prompt are still challenging for this image model. So here's the trick to get almost perfect results. You need to provide the text directly, either inside the prompt or through images. Prompting now allows up to 14 image uploads. This also helps you to avoid hitting the character limit in the text prompt. In our newspaper example, here's how we exactly did it. First, we asked the Gemini to write the full articles for all 3 subheadings, then took screenshots of those articles. After that, we uploaded the screenshots to Higgsfield or whichever the platform that you are using. And finally, we updated the prompt and told the model to pull the article text directly from the uploaded images. The result was incredible. The newspaper came out with 99.9% accurate text. Almost every single letter was perfect. I'll include the images and the prompts in the resources so you can take a look. Right now, no other image model can do this at this level. And this is the best method that I have found for achieving near perfect accuracy. And this technique isn't only useful for getting the text right. You can also provide image reference for things like brand style, composition guide, color palettes, layout ideas, and much more. It's one of the most powerful way to control the output with precision. Now, the beauty of the Pro model is that this level of text accuracy works across 15 languages, with some of the lowest error rate available in any current image model. According to the benchmark, Hebrew and Turkish are not officially supported because of the higher error rate and probably lower demand. Hindi and Chinese are supported, but their error rate are slightly higher compared to others. So even though the accuracy is excellent, if you are working in languages other than English, make sure to proofread the final text just to be safe. With the inclusion of the LLM in the image generation process, the Nano Banana Pro model now gets access to world knowledge through Gemini 3's Google search capabilities. This allows the model to pull factual context instead of hallucinating or guessing. For example, in your text prompt, you can directly provide a link to a web page. Here, the prompt asks the model to create an infographic on solar power by referring to a Wikipedia link, and the output is an accurate infographic based on the detail from the page provided. Here's an even more impressive example. Just from a partial image of a plant and a simple prompt, ask him to create an infographic focusing on interesting information. The model produces a perfect showcase of advanced reasoning and real-world knowledge. It identifies the plant, infers the leaf pattern, origin, growth habits, and even care essentials. I would still recommend fact-checking, but what it can do from such a simple starting point is genuinely amazing. With Google search, it can now also access real-time information as well. For example, we ask it to create an infographic comparing the current weather in New York versus London. And while we wait, we gave another prompt asking to create a bar chart infographic showing the top 5 S&P 500 companies and their percentage gain in the last trading day. And just like that, the model generates infographic with accurate real-time data. This is going to be a huge time saver for creators working on news, finance, sports, and day-to-day event coverage. Speaking of making content, now that we have this new Pro model, we obviously have a new king in image generation. But to use it effectively, you still need a good workflow. We are making a full video on creating AI films using Higgs field ecosystem, including tools like Popcorn and showing how to integrate Nano Banana into that workflow. You can watch it from here or find the link in the description. Now, in terms of relaxed censorship, you can finally create images of famous people in your content. This helps Google compete with other models, but they are still using advanced safety filters to decide what should be allowed and what is not. Personally, I think this is a big step in the right direction. For an example, you can now create images like these using simple text prompts that mention the person name. However, the safety filters can still be a bit strict. If your content gets blocked, sometimes your next request may also get flagged, even when the prompt is fully within the community guidelines. If that happens, just start a new chart and it usually clears the issue. This happens because after a violation, the safety filters tend to be a little more sensitive. Another interesting thing to note is that if you use the same prompt with all the Nano Banana model, you get this output, even though the prompt like this used to be blocked before. What this means is that although the censorship update launched alongside Nano Banana Pro, the update actually applies to other Google models as well. According to the official documentation, Gemini 2.5 Flash and Gemini 3 both now support generating images of people and include updated safety filters for more flexible and less restrictive user experience. Along with the relaxed censorship, Google now allows users to verify whether any image, audio, or video was generated using Google AI products through invisible watermarks called SynthID. To check, all you need to do is to upload an image to Gemini and ask if this image is generated by AI. This works with screenshot as well, but only for content created using Google's generative AI tools. I have put together a full note with everything we have covered today. You can grab it using the first link in the description. It will take you straight to our free school community, Your AI Adventure. Thank you for watching. Come hang out with us in the community.